What is up, cool cats? This is Kyopaka.
And OzzyIsSoRandom, what's up?
And we are here with a first impressions video of the brand new Zelda game that just released. Skyward
Sword!
Da 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 da!
Dum dum dum.
Alright, so, Sophie, being in Europe, got the game a couple days earlier than I did. So, Sophie, how have your first impressions been so far?
Well, I've played through the beginning of the game, and what I've played of it, I've really enjoying it. Like, a lot of people have said that the controls are bad, but I think the controls are good. I think I love how it looks. I think the game looks amazing, and considering it's in the beginning of the game and I'm enjoying it, I have really, really high, I think it's gonna be really awesome.
So how far are you exactly right now?
I've just got the bird back, and I've done the first bird mission.
Oh yeah, you got quite a bit to go till the first dungeon. So I will say that the beginning is kind of slow, but it's not the kind of boring slow like in Twilight Princess. I hate to say it to you, Twilight Princess folks, but Twilight Princess has one of the slowest starts to a Zelda game, and that kind of is a pet peeve of mine. But Skyward Sword, even though it has a slow beginning, it's not the kind of boring slow. You're always doing something.
Yeah, I think when I first started, I was kind of I don't know where to go, but once you figure out where to go, it's really good. I think I have really high expectations for this game, and I think that Nintendo are gonna fulfill them.
Yeah, let's see. From what I've played through, I've played up to, in fact, I'm actually playing it right now. I have it on pause right now. I'm almost to the second dungeon, and from what it looks like when it comes to navigating through the game or something, it seems to be a lot similar to Wind Waker. When people said it was gonna be like Wind Waker, I don't think they were kidding, because I kind of feel like I am playing Wind Waker again. I mean, not to say that the game is so similar to Wind Waker, but it kind of has that Wind Waker feel to it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, obviously, as I said, I can't really tell on much because I haven't really played through any of the dungeons yet. But I have played through part of one because I played the demo when I went to Eurogamer. Yeah, I played through the demo, and it was actually what I played of it. It seemed to be quite difficult, and I've heard that a lot of people say that it's the hardest Zelda game yet, and from what I've played of it, it's looking to be that way.
I wouldn't call it the hardest Zelda game. I would probably still have to give that prize to Zelda 2, because that game just kicks me in the ass. I can't even make it to the first dungeon in that game. It's just, but Skyward Sword, it's definitely, I'd have to say it is the hardest out of the 3D Zelda games so far. It does seem that way.
Yeah, it seemed, Zelda 2 was an extremely hard game, and apparently Skyward Sword has, a lot hard, the puzzles are gonna be, a lot harder than any other 3D Mario game. 3D Mario game? What?
Mario?
3D Zelda
Where'd Mario
games.
come from?
I don't know.
I don't know. Is there an Easter egg that I don't know about?
Look, Link, you can unlock a skin and Link will look like Mario.
Although speaking of Easter eggs, apparently in the game, if you sit down, you restore your health. Now, the first time I did that was on the toilet in Skyloft, and I thought it only works on the toilet, but then I tested it out somewhere else and it did work, and I'm just like, oh, it would have been funny if the only way to fully restore your health without taking a potion is to take a dump.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, okay, that is cool. I'm not gonna lie, that was so cool.
I know.
It was just go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like Miyamoto put it in there just for Nintendo Capri-san.
In the bathroom.
Yeah, I can't wait for NCS to LP this game now. I know he's not going to LP it for at least 3 months, because he's very faithful to the 3-month rule, but man, I can't wait for him to LP this game, just so he can go and sit on the toilet. And wow, it's weird, my little Wii Motion Plus cursor is actually reacting to my hand, and I'm not even holding the Wii Remote. Which, speaking of which, guys, if you're not getting the bundle, then you're missing out, because the golden Wii Remote, it's amazing. I still have yet to put on the CD. I've been so attached to the game that I still have not listened to the CD yet. I still haven't listened to that.
The CD is amazing. I listened to it about 4 times in a row, just left it on repeat, and oh my gosh, it's amazing. And I have my golden Wiimote as well, which is too freaking cool. I just wish they had a nunchuck too.
Yeah, it doesn't look really good with my red Mario nunchuck, but whatever, at least we don't have to pay 40 frickin' bucks extra. We're only paying $20 extra to get the game and a CD and a Wii Remote. So Yeah, go Nintendo for a great deal. And speaking of controller, going back to the controls, how you said that people aren't really liking the controls that much. The thing is that I think people are so accustomed, at least for the people who own Twilight Princess on the Wii, I think they're so used to the whole, like, waggle and everything that, you know, they're just going through and, you know, their instinct is, okay, enemy's coming, waggle, waggle, waggle.
Yeah, exactly.
I should know because, but it took me a little bit to get used to the controls. I think the controls are fantastic. The motion controls are spot on. I mean, it's obviously not gonna replace the classical button input, but for motion controls, they are spot on. At least I think so.
Yeah, I think, well, obviously because I haven't really got into much combat yet, so I can't really comment that much on the controls, but, I'd say that they're pretty good controls. Like, the thing is, like, GameSpot did a review, and they said that the controls were bad, but it's, you know, you need to, since it's more about the motion control, you need to feel like you're playing the game, you know, you need to feel like you're beating the enemies. You can't just, like, flick your wrist, you know, you have to absolutely, like, imagine it.
Exactly. Like, when I first played the game, like, I knew the controls were fine. Like, the controls were fine, it's just that, like, I have actually died in this game twice, and it's because, well, the enemies, like, literally, the enemies do not screw around, you know. When you're face-to-face with an enemy, if you don't know how to use the Wii Motion Plus or anything, then you're fucked, because they don't screw around. They really go after you. But that, and also, when I first played the game, I was still in that mindset, okay, you know, perfect motions, you know, just do the precise motions, but then I'd find myself accidentally doing it sort of Twilight Princess style, or flail, 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 flail. I'm like, oh shit, you know, I'm not supposed to be doing this, flail, 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 and I'd get my ass kicked. I've died twice. Both in the first dungeon, actually, so, yeah, guys, the enemies, they don't fuck around this time. They're really, they're getting down to business, especially the first boss.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing to include, though, because it'll make you more, like, I think it'll make the game, like, the experience a lot more enjoyable, because, you know, you're not just, like, you know, prancing through the game, you know, you're actually, like, concentrating on what you're doing to fight the enemies, and it makes it a lot more realistic as well, rather than just, like, pressing a button just to hit them, you know. Exactly,
like yesterday, when I was playing the game, I was in the middle of, I don't remember if it was the mini-boss fight or the first boss fight, but I was in some fight, and, like, seriously, I was actually sitting, but I almost got to the point where I was actually standing trying to kill that thing, because you get so into it, and back to the world and the environment, it's so immersive, and it's so different from other Zelda games. Like, you know, when you think of Zelda, normally you think of the world being Hyrule, but no, this is not Hyrule. This is something totally different, and it's just, wow, oh my gosh, you know, this is completely fresh. It feels like, you know, Miyamoto has gone back, you know, basically scratched all the past Zelda games and just started off from scratch.
Exactly. But in terms of first impressions, I'm actually really enjoying it so far, and I really hope that it's as good as people are saying. You know, it's got 3 perfect 10s, which is quite impressive, really.
Yeah, that's the kind of scores that Galaxy 2 have gotten. Take that, and PS3 and 360 fanboys! Take that, COD fanboys! We're getting freaking perfect 10s, and guess what? Skyward Sword is cartoony graphics!
Nintendo all the way.
Hell yeah! Here's a toast to the Wii. Fuck you, Xbox. No, I'm just kidding. No offense to any Xbox or Sony fanboys watching this. No offense. I have nothing against those companies. I have nothing against them. I'm being stupid right now. Alright, so I guess we'll sort of end it off here. So far, I'm loving the game. I want to say that it's better than Ocarina of Time right now, but I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to say that Ocarina of Time is still my favorite Zelda game. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I'm still not even at the second dungeon yet, but we'll have to see how much the game impresses me.
Yeah, but until you finish it, you can't really tell.
Yep. But I guess that's all for now. And as for the controls, people, if you're having trouble with the controls, practice with them, because I actually did do a little practicing with the sword play between dungeons and everything, so it just takes time getting used to, especially if you had Twilight Princess on the Wii.
Yeah, exactly. I had Twilight Princess on the GameCube, so this is more new to me, really.
yeah, either way, this is a completely new experience. So if you're not used to the motion controls, don't fret about it. Just practice with it, and you'll get it down. As for the lefties, I have no idea how it's gonna affect you guys, but hopefully it won't be too big of a deal. I was hoping Nintendo would still. I mean, like, I'm personally not a lefty, but I was kind of hoping that Nintendo did have a lefty mode for lefties, just because I feel bad for the lefties.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, are you a lefty?
No, I'm a righty.
Alright, so, yeah, I can't get a lefty point of view on this. But, I guess that's all we have for the first impressions. I'm a little far, so I don't want to give anything away, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, so, thanks for watching. If you bought the game, which hopefully you did, if you didn't, then get out there and get this game. Feel free to share your first impressions on the game below, what you don't like, what you like, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yep. Go ahead.
And without further ado, this is Kyopaka.
And OzzyIsSoRandom.
Signing out.